Good evening, friends. Atmavandan to all. Bestowing my humble namaskars at the holy feet of Brahmrishi Pitama Patriji. Let us begin with today's Swadhyaya of the book The Luminous Landscape of the Afterlife by Matthew McKay. Friends, today we are going to start with chapter 10, Fear of Death and the Afterlife, which is the most persistent fear in everybody's life, whether consciously or unconsciously. Every human being is in a state of flux as to what is going to happen once the life ends. And as I started with this chapter when I got this book, it gave me a curious thought as to what is it called? Like the fear of water is called hydrophobia. So, what kind of a phobia is this? That is the fear of death. And I got to know that it is called thanatophobia. So, thanatophobia is a kind of state of mental health in which a person is full of thoughts related to what kind of end he or she is going to meet, what kind of uh, the death, uh, or is there an afterlife, or what is going to happen when this whole life is going to end. So that state of anxiety that you can consciously or unconsciously carry with yourself, that is called thanatophobia. And today, we are fortunate enough that with the Master's guidance, with our Guru's blessings, we are given this kind of swadhyay, and we are told to read about these things because people like us who've had spiritual experiences have given an insight into the concepts like afterlife. And for most part, I believe after listening to today's session, your mind is going to get cleared with these kinds of thoughts. So, this is why Swadhyaya is important for us, that we should know each other's experiences. Sajan Sangatya is important to us, that we can share our spiritual experiences and help us learn together in the incarnated state and grow and evolve together. So, friends, let's begin with today's chapter. Uh, we have forgotten where our home is. We have forgotten what it's like there. So, the thought of leaving this earth for a place we no longer remember frightens us. The fear of death lives like a cold breath inside so many people, and we run from it in every way we can, through distraction, anger, or drugs, by avoiding even of the thought of death, through rigid spiritual or religious beliefs, through extreme pleasure seeking, or by building achievements we hope will last. But it's all a vain try at immortality. The more we seek to avoid death, the more it haunts us, the more it seeps into our hopes and sense of the future. We think death is our biggest problem, but it isn't. Living here with all this pain and loss is the problem, while death is merely a portal to the love and light that we have forgotten. We fear death in part because we haven't paid attention to the voices of support and love from the other side. Every day, we are encouraged and guided by those voices. But so often, we are deaf, focused on our desperate attempts to survive and avoid pain on earth. Think of what you've learnt in this book from my voice. That is, Jordan is saying this, that think of what you've learnt in this book from my voice from the other side. Death is just a doorway back to our soul group, back to the wisdom we've gained from all our lives, and back to the whole of consciousness that fills us with love and knowledge and connection. Death often comes with distress and a fog of uncertainty about what awaits us. But that is brief, nothing other than the squeaking hinges of an opening door. Guides and often loved ones show up to help us let go of the material, to ease us outside of our bones and breath. And even when we are sometimes confused by the transition and hallucinate frightening images and accept punishment, like the concepts of heaven and hell that we are conditioned with from right from our childhood, we are led gently towards the light. Even in the bardo, where we gradually let go of old emotions and beliefs, we are watched over, protected. Always from the moment that death approaches, we are held by souls who love us, and we are ushered, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, to our spiritual home. All this is true, but fear persists because our bodies are composed of matter. And when our material body ceases to sustain life, we fear our consciousness will stop. Our bodies are horrified with the prospect of their own destruction, and this terror infects the soul. So, how the fear of death can impact your transition? Here, Jordan talks about uh, the transition from the material world to the spiritual. And after reading so many aspects like time and love, here Jordan clarifies that how, if you keep fearing death, how it can affect your transition. Any strong negative emotion must be worked through and softened before full admission to the afterlife. This is what we've learned in all the previous chapters, that we have to be clear of all our negative emotions and be pure and full of love to enter the spirit world. A strong fear of death reduces the vibrational level of our spirit and makes it hard to communicate with souls vibrating at a higher, less emotionally heavy level. For a while, until the fear begins to dissipate, we may feel isolated because we literally can't hear the telepathic messages that surround us. The feeling of fear typically makes us want to uh, figure out what the danger is so we can make a plan to protect ourselves. This reflex may prompt souls immediately after death to begin a vigilant watch for something that is threatening. In the absence of anything material or real, we start inventing things. Each thought about possible dangers, like demons, hell flames, figures of judgment, attacking devils, vast emptiness, utter isolation, bottomless cliffs, rejecting angels, and more, conjures that image. Because we are in like a dreamlike state, these visions can take on a very high, real, and threatening aspect. Our guides and loved ones may be shouting, trying to help us hear or see their love, but fear of death actually closes our spiritual ears. What makes fear most problematic on earth or in afterlife is the role fear plays in separating souls from each other. So on earth, fear divides. It's us against them, us against the dangerous other. In spirit, fear can separate us from the whole, from the all, and makes us feel alone. Love always joins, and fear, that is the true opposite of love, isolates. It denies our oneness. The fear of death can make the landing place seem dark and empty. Alone and without reference points, fear can become panic. People who panic on Earth often feel as if they are dying physically and psychologically and have somehow passed beyond help. They seem alone in their terror. In the spirit world, panic can have a temporary but similar effect. So, here, if we recall that when we are in the landing place, as Jordan says, that when Jordan was in the landing place, he was made to sit alone and reflect back on whatever experiences he had in the materialistic world. And here Jordan clarifies that if he is sitting there alone, the spirit guides actually help him, reflect on his past and present and future life. But if the fear of death engulfs you, then the voice of the guides or the presence of the guides is not felt by the soul. So he says that landing place seems dark and empty, and you are left alone there because of the cloud of the fear around you. And it is the similar effect as we have on earth, that if you are afraid or you are controlled by fear here, the person feels psychologically ill. And that similar kind of an effect, the soul has it, because then the soul won't be able to hear what the guides are trying to direct him or her to. So somehow it is passing beyond that help. So the soul is not able to get that help from the guides if you are terrified there. The disorientation that sometimes follows death, added to an existing fear of this transition, can be especially hard. Do not fight the fear or look for danger. Accept fear as a normal part of suddenly leaving the familiar and the physical. Ride the fear as you would a wave on the ocean. So, here, this kind of guidance is given that uh, we can have fear as an emotion. If we identify it like that, and we see that there is a familiar materialistic world, and you are passing on to the so called unfamiliar because you are not aware of what is going to happen after death. So, you should not fight that fear or look for the kind of dangerous images that you have made for yourself, but accepting fear, acceptance of fear as an emotion, as a normal part, that of suddenly leaving the familiar and entering the unfamiliar, and riding the fear as a wave on the ocean can help a soul in the transition. Then, next, we are given some points regarding what to do when fear grips you just after death. So, this is a beautiful knowledge that is given here in this book by Jordan, that what should you actually do if you are afraid after death and you feel that what's going to happen next. That is the term that I used with you, that if you are gripped by thanatophobia, then these are the following points that you can um, use as your help. Number one, trust that soon the wave of fear will pass. Second, recognize that souls are there to help you. Third, know that everything will be done to heal whatever pain or emotional wounds you carry into the transition. That happens in the healing place. So I think whatever we've read till now, this is in sequence. The first one, that trust that the wave of fear is going to pass. The second, that the souls are there to help you, is related to when the soul passes from the bardo to the landing place. And then, if the soul is having any painful or emotional wounds, then it is sent to the healing place where it is um, cleared out of any such sort of pain and brought into the transition. The fourth point, be assured that the afterworld is benign and loves you. That is when all your familiar souls, members of the soul group, the farm, they come to greet you. The fifth point, be passive. Don't try to figure out or jump to conclusions about what's going on. Next, as described before, wait for the movie to start. Let the guides provide images to comfort and instruct you. They will reach you telepathically with sounds or pictures that convey safety and love. Next, in order to focus away from images of danger, think of all the souls you love, particularly ones in spirit. Call their faces to mind and the feelings you have for them. And the eighth point, now just wait. You will be joined momentarily. So these are the 8 points which here Jordan specifies about what to do when fear grips you just after death. And the next topic is disbelief and the fear of death. Doubt and disbelief can inflame fear after death. If you doubt and are unsure if there is an afterlife, but have slipped outside of your body, start by carefully observing your situation. Again, there are points. First, you are still conscious. Your body may have died, but your consciousness has survived. You don't need your body to live. This is what Jordan had felt. Second, there are certain to be other people like you now discarnate, and you are likely to meet them soon. Third, you are not in pain. You are able to think and feel and react. You don't have a body, but the most important parts of you are intact. So you are able to think, you are able to regain that consciousness even after your body has died. That's the most important part that is still intact. Fourth, you may feel fearful, but nothing bad has happened to you. Fifth, don't imagine or speculate about things that might happen. Sixth, since other souls have survived this transition and are capable of love on earth, there will at least be as much love or more in the afterlife. And seventh, look and listen for love and connection to others right now, like in the present world. So when you look and listen for love and connection, you are able to get that feeling of divine love that we feel as and when we meet people. Softening the fear of death before you die. How can you release that fear? How can you decrease that fear? How can you soften that fear of death before you die? Jordan says, your body has served you. It is the lifeboat that carried you across the deep, tempestuous seas of this world. But that body, your lifeboat, is not you, not the real you. As you awaken to that truth, the fear starts to dissolve. Death loses its aura of danger. The body cannot love, only the soul can love. The body's attention is fixed on survival. The body becomes attached to things that help it survive. But this isn't love. The fact that you love is proof that you are more than the physical. It is evidence that you come from the spirit and are part of the whole. It is through love that the fear of death can soften and fade. Love in every form awakens you to a connection to the whole, and it is love that prepares you for a smoother transit to the afterlife. Very simply, love overcomes fear because it is the bridge to all, to spirit, to home. The following meditation will help you prepare by connecting to love. So, friends, this is the end of this chapter with a meditation to soften the fear of death. Let us prepare ourselves for this wonderful meditation after we have had a beautiful meditation of merging with love in the previous classes. Today, we are going to have meditation that is going to help you connect to love, and thereby we are able to soften the fear of death. So I request all my friends to kindly sit comfortably. Hold your hands and legs and gently close your eyes. Relax yourself. Sit in a position in which you are absolutely comfortable for the next 20 minutes. Just relax and relax and relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Just focus on your natural breathing. No efforts whatsoever. Allow the in breath to go inside and the out breath comes. Do not resist. Let it be as normal, natural, easy, tranquil, peaceful breathing. Witness each in breath and out breath. Put no efforts to change the flow of your breathing. Let it flow naturally. Every breath is witnessed by you. Your eyes closed gently. No efforts whatsoever. Breathe in, breathe out. Let us start our meditation to soften the fear of death. The best way to prepare for death is to focus on everything that you love, the souls you love, the color of the sunset, the sound of the wind keening through granite, the moon's path over a lake, the way a cat moves, or how your heart leaps at children's laughter. Focus on everything you love. And now, distill all the objects of your love to the feeling of love itself. Breathe in the feeling of love. Breathe out fear. Breathe in the feeling of love. Breathe out fear. Breathe in the feeling of love. Breathe out fear. When thoughts arise, if any thoughts arise, notice them and return to your breath. Continue breathing in love and breathing out fear. Breathe in love, breathe out fear. As you breathe in love and breathe out fear, you will notice a calm sense of peace, a small sense of gentleness, calmness, soothing effect of belonging. All continue to breathe in love and breathe out fear. You will experience a small sense of calmness, peacefulness, a sense of belongingness. All continue to breathe in love and breathe out fear. Whenever the fear of death shows up, use the simple meditation of breathing in love and breathing out the fear. Connecting to love in this fashion is the best way you can prepare for the transition to the afterlife. The afterlife is love. The meditation leads you to sense the unity of all and to know that you are not alone ever. Slowly, taking your own time, come back to your normal self. Feel your body, feel yourself. Put both your palms on your closed eyes. Relax and slowly, comfortably, taking your time, put your hands down and you can open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. This is where we conclude this chapter. Thank you so much, friends, for listening to me so patiently. I hope you had a wonderful experience in today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful session today.
Thank you, sir.
Haripriya, ma'am, would you like to add anything?
Yes, sir. I always have questions, so hope I'm not. Can I ask the
Uh,
question?
Please, please go ahead. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so because it was about love, so the question is generally in this 3D world, people are selfish, and the love is definitely not unconditional, whether it is parents' love or love from the children or spouse love or friends, whoever it is. Love always comes with condition in this 3D world, and so a sensible person will definitely understand the conditions, and the person is not able to be grateful for that love. So the person is ungrateful for the love. So how he or she can handle the situation? So that is my question.
Kiran, ma'am, can you take this?
Another thing I would like to add is I have seen many masters like Sri Ravi Shankar ji or Sadguru Isha. These masters have experienced that unconditional love, the divine love they have experienced, and I have seen in their videos how it feels. It is like that motherly love, or it's so unconditional that they become so emotional. So that I can feel, but that kind of love definitely it is not available in this. physical 3D world. So the love that comes with condition, uh, how to handle this kind of love, the conditional love, and how to be grateful for this conditional love. This is my question. Thank you.
Kiran ma'am, can you please take this?
From Atmavandan Haripriya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I would like to clarify that today's session is on the fear of death and
Yeah,
afterlife.
yeah,
And talking about love, yes, in the earlier chapter, we realized that in the spirit love, it is all, in the spirit world, it is all love. And if I'm getting your question correctly, you want to inquire how we can have that kind of an unconditional love in this particular materialistic world.
yes, ma'am. Because
So,
in this meditation, you were saying that we have to breathe in love and breathe out fear of death. So I was trying to do that, breathing in the love emotion, but I'm not able to do because all I have experienced is only the conditional love. So I was actually struggling to do that meditation. So that is why the question.
happens. It happens. It happens in meditation. That's why there was a line in between that whatever thoughts you're getting in between, it normally happens in simple meditation also, that we sit in meditation and there are lots of thoughts